Molly at the ready from Rez. That should help them get this mid control. No one really going to be swayed by this Molly. No one there from outsiders. Kickout's playing further back. Flit here alongside him. Oh, solid shots from Flit. He'll take down 2 and fall back, giving his team a good advantage.
Happy with that. Hedrick has to be careful now. Able to slink away after collecting the bomb. Outsiders not wanting to necessarily lose players defending the bomb in that position. They've got other advantages. 45 seconds on the clock. No utility left for NiP. Cutting noise as we can see. Outsiders biding their time. Moving together though. Have some concerns towards mid. Lots of guessing to be had until they start to see some players, and that will likely be soon. 25 seconds on the clock. Flit will see Brolin coming up the short position. Trying to finish off Flit. He's so low, but he's still just being a nuisance. Chiron has dropped. Opening frag for NiP as they try to plant the bomb. That's successful. Rez and Hedrick around default now. Running low on bullets, Rez. 1 bullet, trying to get that reload in. 2 versus 3. They don't know where the third player is for outsiders, I don't think. Flit's still alive somehow, 4 HP. Did they realize he's there? Yes, they do know he's there. Saw him earlier. And now we have Fame coming through. Damn. He'll be finished off by Rez as well. An ace from Rez. All the frags necessary to turn that around for NiP.
And outsiders will get their guns out. They went for that heavy save in the previous. Jame boosted. This is an off angle. So early in the round, you're just not going to expect that. Config caught out in the default.
Alexi B dropped in a short position. Bomb not spotted just yet. NiP sending the feelers out. Don't have many more people they can do that with though, in this 3 versus 5. Outsiders content to keep quite a few people towards the A bomb side.
James having a lovely time.
He's really like had a lot of freedom these last 2 days. Catches Rez off guard as well. NiP know now that outsiders have all the information they need. That's going to raise the urgency for NiP. They've got to do some damage at the very least. Once again, Flit just being a nuisance in this position. Very good at showing presence and not dying in that spot. Triple peek at the end there as Brolin falls. Cutting noise in NiP, inviting outsiders to look for information. And we can see Chiron is doing exactly that. Not where NiP are expecting though. In the meantime, Brolin's finally going to get what he's looking for. There will be a trade, however, 1 for 1. Where are the rest of the team? That is the question.
B is completely clear right now. I feel like outsiders have got to figure this out. Chiron's pushed all the way through mid. You already got 1 fight towards A ramp. There's still no response from the CTs. They're still sticking around towards A. I know Chiron could be on a flank, but it might be too late here. The B bomb site is surely going to see a bomb plant any second.
Chiron's pretty close though before that bomb is planted. Alexi B might not last long indeed. Down he goes. In the red now dead. Chiron can show presence while the rest of the team try to find something. Config looking over the smoke. He's been spotted though. 3 on 3 now as Kika is dropped. Fame on the other side of the smoke. No utility for the NiP. No pop flashes, nothing. But a Tech 9 close will be devastating, leaving Jame in a 1 versus 3. No kit for him, but he's made it a 1v1 very quickly indeed. It is a kit off of his teammate's body, and now he's got position. We can see Rez down the stairs. He's got great angles as James tries to find the right place. Rez not believing he's on the defuse, and James gonna have to fall back from this one.
Nice work from Rez at the end. Just make sure not to give away the fight too soon.
A lot of missed opportunities with that. Maybe life would have been a lot easier if he'd hit the mark there. Kicker spots a lot of information, but he cannot escape in time. Can't pull out the rifle either. Very awkward for him as well. Perhaps they haven't solved the problems on the ramp as 3 players are lost. Jame with another tag, but still they're standing. Rez and Brolin. USP to finish him off, but it might be save territory for Jame if he can. Brolin's coming in from the back. Been heard though. James still with the flicks, and now it becomes clutchable. The bomb's not even planted just yet. From save to maybe winning the round. Config's going to peek with the bomb, and that's a calamity. Looking for an ace now all of a sudden. He was looking to save Jame, and now he's looking for the last kill of the round. Alexi B's got 40 seconds to solve this. Jame might have a one-way. Does he wait out the smoke here? How does he approach this situation? Jame hiding in plain sight. Alexi B on the flank. Jame is not going to get the ace after all, but we do know he's running hot. They really do squeeze the money out as best they can. Outsiders All right then.
Damn.
Well, one AWP firing better than the other one. James insta rotation after firing off that shot towards B. Last seen on the other side of the map. And now he's on the A bomb site with some support flashes trying to delay Ninjas in Pajamas.
Ooh.
All right then. A James grenade lands. Check that one down in the notebook. Waiting for a push in the meantime as things start to slow down. NiP cutting noise once again. Config having a look. It's a hard peek for him. The rifle support's here as well. In case there was a fast push. Oh, the quick scope from Hedrick. Very, very nice indeed. Proving to be very important on AWP. They're trying to keep Outsiders' heads up below water in this round. 3-on-3, they've got plenty of utility. They've got a molly for brutal positions where Flit has been holding round after round. Somehow still alive. Does he dare peek again? Roland's got a molly, so they can deal with Flit's position. He has fallen back somewhat though. 33 seconds to plant this bomb. Outsiders being forced further and further back.
Ooh, those pot shots are close. Fame through the smoke. They're not actually covering, but he won't get up onto the site in time. So bomb planted. Now Rez playing around this smoke. Decides to drop back. It's Hedrick who comes in with the AWP instead. And I don't know if Outsiders want to go for this any longer. James has that valuable AWP in his hands. Can you silent drop? Well, apparently James can't. The 8-1 NiP. They had a couple of smokes onto that A site. That's all they needed. They need to make sure they don't give away those early picks too easily. Still looking to fight for ramp, but look at James. He's already in behind. The bomb is actually left back.
Has he seen it yet? Yeah, that's on the radar. He could get two here. The trigger discipline will be important. Didn't wait too long. There's one. Oh, head trick straight in the face. That was so fast. This guy is ready today. He is well oiled. No squeaky parts. First frag just took too long.
Nothing going right for Outsiders right now.
It's unbelievable how fast that was.
That's crazy. And now Config almost cuts off the rotation, but he spots that Chiron moved into CT. There are two CTs towards B. Fame a little unlucky not to get that frag. The nade also won't finish the job. Now the player up close will try and take the fight instead. They don't need to fight though. They've got smokes up. They could just take the map control and take the bomb plant.
How many rounds can you concede, Outsiders? Has Chiron seen Broland by the steel girders? I'm not sure if he has. The counter flashes are here. But hold on a second, there's finally an advantage for Outsiders. Hedrick goes down. Config in the clutch now. Two more to find. This is the time to deliver. Trying to keep Outsiders on that one round. Where's the trade frag up? Yako pointed out how late the swings could be. That one was certainly late. Spot Flit tags him through the corner of the box.
Imagine being 14-8 and only having one round. They must be a little frustrated. He's been getting a lot of kills while saving, and again, Brolan in position on ramp. NiP have so many good aggressive riflers.
They keep showing, they keep dying. It's like Outsiders, so I think some other teams, maybe NiP by now would have conditioned them to play more passively and just give up the space. But then NiP have got so much real estate early, they could do so much with that. Outsiders refuse to do that at the cost of their lives, time and again.
And to be fair to them in this round, they don't really have the nades, they don't have a kit. You don't want to play full retake on the A site. But yeah, the coordination is not good enough for these ramp fights.
Yeah, always been behind on util mid to late rounds. Lots of disadvantages for Outsiders, including the numbers game in round 14. Fame trying to even that up. He will be denied. That's got to be frustrating. Red standing dead still. Just couldn't connect the dots there. Chiron and James now. What can they do? What is there to do? Try to save for the next round. They both have combined 0. The whole team has $50. The whole team is carrying $50 right now.
Chiron will get a few hundred in his back pocket thanks to that kill. But yeah, that is that is not ideal, we'll say. I mean, NiP are just going to hunt. They've got so much money. There's not many rounds left in the half. Why not try and get rid of these guns? It's from Chiron. It's just a shame it's not in a position where it can have an impact on a round. I think there's an AWP recoverable for the CTs. Jane. Oh dear. Roland wins the fight against him. That AWP was saved.
The entries have been so sharp for Ninjas in Pajamas. Rez on the B bomb site, and this one might be over as well. Oh my god. He is grotesque on that AK-47 as far as outsiders are concerned. Almost all the rounds. Flip force to turn away, and it's Rez again. Let me ace, I'm sure is the call as he hunts for Kicker. What can Kicker do now? Just trying to save face by avoiding Rez somewhere? No, he's pressing forward, of course. Pressing forward straight into Rez, who will find that last frag. An ace at the beginning of the round, an ace at the end of the half, not the round. Outsiders have so much to do in the second half. All right then, something finally for Ninjas, for Outsiders. 4-on-3 as Headtrick is dropped as well as Config. They don't go too crazy though. Outsiders not wanting to rush into anything that could be dangerous. James just having a look while the rest of the team rotates away. Draw attention, something Outsiders love to do on the T side. Make a few sounds, draw attention. Tell them, we're still here. Meanwhile, there's just the one player on the B bomb site and 3 coming his way. That's the first part done. Roland takes one in the face, still alive for now. Flashes are here. Surely he's about to get dropped. Indeed, he is. Fame will plant the bomb now. Alexi B and Rez have a kit. 2 versus 4. Very doable in this pistol round.
Good possessions for Outsiders. Got the player up towards the generators for the initial contact, but even if Fame goes down, you can just play back towards the bomb, and that bomb is ticking. Rez spots the first player. It's Alexi who was able to clear. He knows where Chiron is, but there are still 2 players that haven't been spotted. Taps that bomb with the kit. There's a long lurk around, but it's just not enough time for Alexi here. They won't give him the fight. Outsiders pick up the all-important pistol. Rez has been having a really good game, and he's got an M4A4 for the hold. Oh. Hello. Just a little warning shot at Flit, doing some damage and dropping a smoke defensively.
Hiding in the smoke, waiting for a swing maybe. Chiron will deny though. Outsiders must succeed here. 35 seconds on the clock. Chiron and an AK. Bonded together. Alexi B running to his doom. Tasting their own medicine now for Ninjas in Pajamas. Roland will have to fall back. Trick up to some shenanigans there. They'll be falling back as well. So far, so good. Baby steps for Outsiders. You've got to walk before you can run. Area control from Outsiders. Molly's on either side. Stopping any numbers of use from Ninjas in Pajamas. Quickly taking the reins on the ramp. You can see Roland is creeping here with the solo M4A4. Lots of Desert Eagles though. It's almost like an aim training map the way they're lined up here. Edging forward and Barnett swing at the same time. Roland will drop Chiron on the short side. 3-on-3. Can they rescue a rifle? Perhaps not.
2 Outsiders want to stick around the ramp, though. It looks like it. Jane will deploy another molly. They've used those mollies pretty effectively here, Outsiders, at just denying some of those early positions, some of those awkward angles that you don't want to have to clear. But now Outsiders start to consider where they want to end up in this round. Smoke out to the A-bomb site. And having those smokes up should allow pretty safe passage here. NiP don't have the utility to fight through the smoke, but maybe they can fight over top of it with this boost.
35 seconds remain.
Damn.
With a great angle. Down goes Fame. Kicker's in trouble as well. Roland has to clean up after his teammate runs out of bullets. 23 seconds for James. He can't let them rescue too many rifles at the very least. There'll be one more kill. But Ninjas in Pajamas will find themselves a game point
15-5 NiP. What a map this is looking like it's going to be for them. Nades into ramp, do good damage, but Chiron will look for that control.
Can he find some entries though, as NiP did after like round after round after round on their T side? Pretty close, but he'll be denied. They're both ready for him, both facing. Out of luck on Vertigo. You wonder if we'll see vetoes of this in the near future. Always better to just fight through it though. Fix the problems and up the game. But how long do they last? 4 versus 5. What could be the final round. They've got much work to do to turn this around. NiP being proactive. What are they walking into though? You can see Jay moving around below. Flick could catch somebody off guard. There is the swing from him. Third one to find. He knows where Headtrick is. Oh, the big headshot from Headtrick, and he'll deliver for a second one. James to trade. But there's only 2 players left for either side now. Kickert is here as well. Config starting to move on short. Kickert waiting for the duel. Joesten's shoulder, down he goes. James in the clutch now, otherwise this map is done. 1v2. Yes, half the information. There's the flick. But he doesn't have the bomb. He's got to fall back and collect the bomb as well. He has no idea where Rez is. 12 seconds. He has to commit to a bomb plant here. Surely he doesn't gamble. Trying to create some space. He goes for the bait. Rez is there. And the map is taken. A monstrous Vertigo. Rez, of course, to finish it off the way he began, with power and strength. Rez staying on the balcony. Quick rotation if required. There is the first of 2 flashes deployed. Roland has a look. But outsiders are playing far back. He sees absolutely nothing now. Does that invite outsiders to move forward towards B? You can see NiP, having seen nothing in Monster, will slowly start to play a little closer to the back. A bit faster of a rotation. Headtrick will put a 3rd man on the A bomb site as Config starts to wonder where these outsiders players actually are. There's James and there's Fame.
Oh, how clean is that? Don't need more than 2 bullets on the execution from behind. Flip, thankfully able to bring something back for outsiders, and in fact, the smoke into the B site forced Brolan up, but Rez has also landed a shot from heaven, and Alexi, 2 clean kills of his own. NiP off to the races again. Still a good spread from outsiders. Chiron was the man up through the bathrooms, but everyone else coming back to B. Interestingly, they are going to get a fight close range, and Flitz almost makes it 2. The AWP just about able to get away. And now Chiron gets an A entry. The bomb could try and come back, but Config still here. The bomb is going to go back down connector. James says hell no, but he's got to come back up. Trade is there, 17 seconds. They should have plenty of time to deliver that bomb to this A bomb site.
It's a great call. James runs to his death, takes one for the team, allowing his teammate to trade with Chiron in a bank position. That's the play to make, and they made it so quickly as well. More risk towards that B area. You can see NiP were waiting because surely he had to go. He died for the cause though. And outsiders will make their way to 5. Just solving the problems round after round. But again, this was a round where NiP had only 2 rifles, which they still have at the moment. Headtrick going back for a peek. I don't think they've seen Rez though. But really, these guys need to try and hold on to what they have. Oh, Headtrick looking away just at the horrible time. Needed that AWP. Rez had this point covered. Now he's in trouble as well. They won't take anything into the next round. Outsiders take it all away. Oh, can Alexi B catch anyone by surprise? In fact, both AWPs are on the A bomb site, with all the French guns on B. Decided to give up on the connector area, at least for this round. In terms of contesting it, again, Kickert's creeping through. Will there be flashes? Look how many teams are here. Welcome to the party. Config with 3. A much needed round for Ninjas in Pajamas. Whatever they can take from this will be massive. Split now. Could just try and get as many frags as possible. NiP can't really afford too many losses here. James has 8350, and indeed, well, he doesn't know that there's 2 AWPs, I suppose. He needs to try and find some frags here. Everybody will have money next round. But NiP could still be on the ropes.
Yeah, no reason not to try it, or at least try damage. Unless you're scared about giving the AK to the CTs. 22 seconds. Flip will swing open the door. He's going to try and see if he can run into B. But NiP have so many players here. It won't work out for him. Head trick, locking it in.
As we can see, outsiders are playing from the bomb sites, plural.
Not a bad bit of damage onto James. Taken down to critical health. Outsiders aren't going to shift this setup, though. Not just by seeing a couple of players towards A.
They're the kings of that kind of play as well. Showing presence and pushing elsewhere. Fame. Just so pedestrian, that headshot. So, okay, I guess you're going to make a move now. 5v4, thank you. They're starting to rotate away, though. That bomb is going to start sending it. Connector door is closed. They realize what is happening. James trying to stay alive. They're trying to find a frag. Rez moving forward. We know how dangerous he is with the pistols. 20 seconds to plant a bomb. That shouldn't be an issue. A slow lurk from one of the outsiders players through connector. The rest coming in from CT and trying to go as fast as they can. Kyron dropping Alexi. Roland running out of bullets. Does he have any cover from his teammates? Flip with the Julies will deliver the multi-frags. And now it's Headtrick to do it. 1 versus 3. Stuck in the middle of the site. That flank coming. Forces his way forward. He knows Kikut's behind him. The Glock versus the Julies. One won't be easy. Had himself a flashbang, but surely he doesn't pull that one out. Kikut running all the way now. Headtrick having a look. Kikut doesn't have a defuse kit. This is wasting a lot of time, maybe too much time. And he's falling away with the Kevlar because there isn't time to defuse the bomb.
Big 1v3 from Headtrick. Getting a well-earned fist bump there. Doesn't need all the frags. Just needs those first 2 quickly.
He sort of set up that James and Fame had. More or less this. James covering the entrance to the toilets on the CT side once Fame had fallen back. Slight variation to it now. He can hear the grenades being deployed as well. Port flashes, so many showing. 40 seconds on the clock. That's the bomb as well. Quite clearly suggests a setup towards 8. James spamming, but let's not forget, that's a 5-shot magazine. In the corner now, can't see anything. Rez drop, 28 seconds. Sight is cut in half, jumping through the smoke into 2 players. High variance plays from NiP, not going in their way. Headtrick and Alexi B now remaining. So awkward. Alexi B in the red. Still a 1. What? Hold on a second, what? What was that from Alexi B?
How does he do that? He's so low, that is not possible.
What in the blazes, Alexi B?
It was all headshots in the kill feed.
4K, look at all that information. It's so hard to push this site though. The smoke up on the site. Oh, they lined up perfectly. They lined up like it was communion. 10 rounds apiece. And that's an impactful round. Again, you're not going to win a round like that all the time.
The fact that you both swing like that, Alexi must be delighted that he's managed to steal that round. And as you were saying, that could honestly be the turning point here. If NiP can start to control the economy.
This could be huge for them. They have to understand that this is an opportunity they will not be gifted very often versus the likes of outsiders. Especially the way they make it so hard to get a bomb plant on the sites, especially A. We saw it on their previous overpass. Really tough to take those jewels to avoid getting traded. Absolutely designed to not be in their favor whatsoever. That's not a start they were looking for. Fame has found himself with 2. 2 with a 5-7. Kikut flying through as well, keeping the pressure up. And Flitz creeping in with a 5-7 of his own. If they swing right off that pillar, they could work into a crossfire. James baiting off of his teammate there. Flip moving forward down to the 1v1. Where is James? Does he know? Seems to have an idea. Rez going for the plant now. He's got to commit to it. James forcing forward. Can he draw his gun in time, Rez? Yes. Creeping around the smoke. They cannot capitulate here. He didn't see him through the smoke either. Rez has no idea where James is. Oh, he's just about seen him, but he's still standing, Rez. Still standing, James. 13 HP now. Creeping closer. Rez cannot lose this duel. He has to prevail here. James somehow done it. That was the opportunity for NiP. They had to win this round.
Oh, and here's some aggression. Rez has to be holding for this. Flip round the corner. Was briefly blinded, but it wasn't good enough. He'll spray Rez down early. NiP have to fight from the back foot.
B-bomb site is a fortress. A-bomb site, smoke goes up. And you're in dire straits. Let's not forget that round where they were jumping through the smoke around the corner, NiP, to try and get an entry onto the site. And that's what I call oppression. Outsiders are so strong on Overpass. We haven't really seen NiP solve the problem just yet. Look at the timing from James. Roland just continues to edge forward. Timing though, James still alive. Forced away, that's something for NiP in this 4 versus 5. There they go into short B. Will there be sound cues? Maybe Flitz heard something. You can see a different focus from the CTs now. As they put more people towards B, already for rotation. 27 seconds. Strike peaks all the way from Ninjas in Pajamas. They've got to find the entries, but the trades are here. 4 outsiders, 2 remain. With CTs on either side of them. James, Chiron to sweep up as well, or try to. Head trick in a 1 versus 3. 12 seconds on the clock. Another round in the bag for outsiders.
Now with the pistols, it's a faster B play from NiP.
In they go. Chiron, James, Flit will collect, and that is so brief. They barely break ground on the B-bomb site.
Bit of aggro from Fame. Haven't seen this too much, but he's been blinded. And Brolan will run him down. James was playing in connector. He's still there. He could be in trouble if he's not careful, but the spacing is not on point for NiP. And oh, James could go for more. No scope lance. He's going to switch to the AK for the close range action. He's actually pushed through the connector smoke. James is on a mad one right now.
Oh, you must have heard Rez.
Yeah, you can't risk going up that ladder. Not right now, anyway. I mean, they took Fame out early. They know that James was in connector. So maybe NiP are figuring the 2 A players are gone. It'll be a rotate onto this A site. It could be a weak spot. Chiron is jump peeking. He's got to be careful. Now he's been spotted. Head trick. Looking to close the gap. Oh, it's a commitment. And Chiron caught in the corner. Easy pre-aim for head trick. And it should be a bomb plant any second.
James doesn't have his orb. He's also in playground. Long rotation towards long. They'll come from different directions. Outsiders. Kicker may have to bide his time here. Got to be careful about his angles. Because there's 1 in the bank. Maybe more than 1. Brolan with 2. Leaving James in a 1 versus 3. Doesn't have a kit, actually.
Even with all that money.
Yeah. Standard James play. All right then. NiP not done with this one just yet. It has been a struggle. They are losing most of the time, but they're still just 3 rounds shy of outsiders thanks to the work they did earlier. 5 seconds on the clock.
These slow rounds haven't been effective for NiP. That's got to change here. And Kicker. Oh, and Flit. What is that shot? All bang headshot looks so clean.
Oh,
and Flit keeps on farming.
That's a complete catastrophe. Kicker pushed B. He pushed Monster and won the duel. Short duel won soon after. And they lose the bomb in connector, just trying to trade the frag.
Bro. You don't have time.
Oh, no. That's a disaster for Ninjas in Pajamas. Their money's utterly ruined as well. And with that round go, their hopes of winning Overpass, surely.
James really wants this early action. Flash in. Ooh, he's toying with them. Smoke will keep him safe, and Fame just wins the fight anyway.
Love the urgency. They know they're so strong with that man advantage. See if they can hold on to it. More rotation as they are slowing down NiP, slowing down their advance to the site, trying to find angles, but they're so well placed. Finally a frag for Config and NiP, but is it too late? The A site is so hard for them to breach, and Split will deliver a frag. Head trick to trade, but it's, again, the advantages are all for Outsiders. Man advantage, time advantage as well. That clock is ticking. The bomb's dropped. Rez has to find 3 with 15 seconds. And that's it. Overpass is done. Outsiders force their way to Inferno.
I think Fame realizes he's got to play retake. You can't really hold the site alone, especially not at that close angle. And that means he'll allow them onto the bomb site.
Bursting out of the balcony position now. Had to keep an eye on a potential play from long as well, but didn't have the right timing. With all the players coming out of the balcony, a free kill in the side of the head. Outsiders out of position. But the utility has come and gone. No kit for them, so the urgency is high. But they're close to the site. All 4 players on long at present. Brolant can stand up and look over the wall, help his teammates as necessary. And just like that, Outsiders are like, nah. Well, if it's going to be a forced buy in the next round, they've got a lot of Kevlar. They're saving themselves some money. You have to respect it. They do choose efficiency at all times, Outsiders. After these smokes, they have 1 more in the hole in the hands of Fame, who's in the pits. NiP with a good take of top mid. There are 2 MAC-10s, so they could send one up towards B to find out what's happening there. Currently, though, they're moving into a stack, including a crossfire with 2 people, not just 1, but 2, on the bomb site. So if they take 1 down, will they check properly for the second? If Flit's the initial engager here, will they be checking for Jame as well? Kika's the one to drop. Still 2 on the site. Flit just waiting, moving through the smoke now, and that means variance. This is a calamity for Ninjas in Pajamas. Only 1 for Alexi B towards the end. Money-making opportunity for Outsiders. Fame with $50 right now. Ooh. Smell you later, Brolant. No Kevlar for him. Did survive the HE though. Again, it can do 101 in 2 hits if it collides with you and explodes, but the Molotov will do the rest. Very dry round for Ninjas in Pajamas, and the landscape has felt arid for a while. From Overpass to Inferno, life is not looking good, even with these few rounds on the board. Just the nature of that second round from Outsiders does make you wonder.
But again, this is what Outsiders often like to do on their CT side. They are very happy, very comfortable, sitting back and relying on the site holds, relying on the crossfires. And NiP have used so much of their utility on initial map control. Yes, you still have a couple of smokes, no mollies to clear positions, and just the 1 flash for them to try and take one of these bomb sites.
Meanwhile, Outsiders have 4 smokes remaining with almost 45 seconds on the clock. Holding on to their util, forced from their positions though. But again, they could be delayed here, NiP. They could be forced into a even rougher situation. Smoke in the library. Change is trying to watch for any feet now. 31 seconds on the clock. NiP still creeping, quietly edging towards the bomb site. Soon those smokes will be gone, and they're going into a crossfire again. Might even be a triangle kick emerging now. Down he goes.
Wow. 2
players remain, but there is Jame. Does the bomb get planted? 13 seconds. He's got such a strong angle as well. Flit now, the last man, coming in from long. So difficult for NiP to get into this spot, but they have to work together and trade frag. They don't know where he's coming from. Who's holding the angle? Moving through with the Galil. There's the first one. What's his read of the second? Headtrick waiting. Full health versus Blitz. Delivers a much-needed round. Expensive, but successful. Are they going to send it straight in? We can see holding the smoke now, just jiggling. Indeed, there is the send. The MAC-10 is going through. There's 1 job done, but there are many more. Fame and Chiron putting in some frags. Flit's been dropped, but now with that MAC-10, things could get dangerous. Headtrick had to deliver that frag. That keeps the B bomb site open for them. That second kill, they could consider it. Config somewhat alone with the bomb now. James wondering which is the play to make. Scary for Config to rotate with James somewhere on the map. He has the gap. And he has the frag. Rez with the bomb on one side with Headtrick on the other. And James rotating as well. This is going to get even scarier. There's no grenades, there's no smokes, there's no flashes for NiP to help the bomb cross to the site. Hedrick's got 2 HP. All the ingredients are here for this to be a disaster, but he doesn't find a USP angle. And then NiP will secure the round. 30 seconds remain. James holding position. Kikut's curious. Roland waiting, but loses the duel. A quick swipe and Kikut sees no one is here, but the bomb is heading in this direction. Config, how about that for a response? I don't think they saw the bomb on the def cam. Flit has got some work to do off angle from him. Alexi B taken down. Big action, another smoke push and the trade. They're forcing their way in. 9 seconds to plant a bomb. Flit trying to stop it from happening. No more util for the CTs.
Bomb goes down. Hedrick still has that AWP, which can be so powerful in these post plants. There's no utility for outsiders. There's no kit right now. So they're upping the pace on the retake. It's Rez who spots them early. Still waiting for further fights. Hedrick eventually gets involved. Both players stacked in the same position for NiP, and outsiders have to tap that bomb. Finally they do. They're going to bait Hedrick in, but another shot lands, and James realizes it's go time. Time to get out of there. Hedrick with yet another multi-kill, and NiP are rolling on this T side.
NiP has started abusing their early control. They'll start with 3 players again, outsiders in that banana position. And yes, they are trying to take all of banana, but it has been costly already.
That's fine for NiP. Big commitment of utility from outsiders, a 4v4, which opens up the map, and that means this A side could be vulnerable, but Rez unable to get the timing right.
Whoa, careful. Jane is lurking. They weren't sure if banana was clear or not, but things go quiet there as Fame tries to deliver more. Smoking a bit, takes a second, down to 44 HP, wondering when it would pop. But these pushes have been hard for Ninjas in Pajamas in scenarios such as this, swinging out together now, but Chiron delivers too. Difficult for Hedrick. I think he sees 2 in library now, based on the jump and the smoke grenade. Bomb planted, can he clutch it though? Looking for second, third and fourth frags in this round. Fame still in the pit. That's a big problem that has to be dealt with. Moving to double stack. Wondering about top mid, but there are still 2 players on long. He could still be on a site for as much as they know. Fame making some steps now. Got the information for his squad. They can move together and try and trade frag, unless Hedrick can find a clutch here. Inviting them. Down goes James. Down is just Flit now. 1 versus 1 to stop the 4K for Hedrick. Has he done enough now? Is there time to defuse the bomb? It's going to be a real close one. Has he done the work, Hedrick? Or are they going to clutch around outsiders? Oh, they'll just get there in time.
Wrap up long looks likely, but James and Kikut both combining for the long hold. Kikut does damage. James still here.
Yeah, they've seen the bomb again in that long position. This time the bomb rotates over towards the short side. But James has delivered from this angle as well. Tags Brolan through the barrel. 20 seconds. Chiron has to be dealt with. He's still standing for now. Oh, Chiron, he's running out of bullets. Look how red they were. That could have been everything. Maybe Flit can do the rest. Hedrick with 4 HP, trying to plant a bomb. He's seen his head, or has he? Maybe the res is different for Flit. Surely he gets this one. Elbow will be enough. Big fight on the A bomb site. Outsiders really needed that one, and they found it. Slow round from outsiders. Kicker says hello. Roland makes a step with the Julies. Very brief engagement. Just brushing up against each other. B looks somewhat more sinister though with outsiders' intentions. Hedrick will spot 1, spot a few more now. Super Mario Brothers bouncing into the site, trying to avoid the angles and the headshots. Hedrick will be the first to receive. Down goes Rez as well. Chiron delivering. Config and Brolan in trouble. A lot of trouble. Brolan is so far away. Config's got to do it on his own now. Very difficult to push. The left side's an unknown for him. The Julies are here though. What is the play? 2 plays of Kevlar versus the 4 of outsiders. Play is to keep the Kevlar. NiP at the mercy of outsiders in this half. Again, still just that solo round won by Diffuse. The Ninjas in Pajamas, and that was oh so long ago. 25 frags for Hedrick. Not enough though. Kicker entries once again. looks like he's walking into B, doesn't he?
Oh, this is it.
And now the numbers are here. Lexi B's been spotted. Blind showing too much arm. How much can he do here? They're creeping around the grenade as well. It's merciless. It's cruel. 4 on 3. No kits for the remaining players. No flash for NiP. One smoke onto Brolan. Pushing into an AWP if it's needed. Flip traded, but the information and the numbers advantage is with the outsiders. 3 on 2. Brolan in the smoke. Chiron waiting for him. And now it's Rez, the last man standing for NiP. Trying to keep them in this tournament, but they'll be denied. Jame with the final frag. Outsiders eliminate NiP from Katowice.